have a 5-day stretch here of just absolutely beautiful weather. So I'm gonna make a last push here. We have about 300-ish acres, maybe 350 left to go. So I'm gonna make a big push here and try and knock out these last few acres during this stretch of nice weather here, and see if we can't get harvest wrapped up. I'm waiting in line with about 10 trucks in front of me. They don't open till 9, and it's like 10 minutes to 9. But where I'm at is ADM in Weberville. This is where we bring all our grain. And Anderson's Fertilizers right there, which they've got the two big boob looking things there that they put fertilizer in. But essentially how the elevator works, in case you didn't know, is you pull up, they put a probe in your tank, checking for foreign matter, moisture, splits, things like that. You roll across the scale, weigh in, you go over the pits, dump your load, and then you come back over, the scale's empty, and then you get your ticket and you're gone. So essentially, you pull up, they stick a probe in your rear end looking for foreign matter, you weigh in, you roll across the scales, dump your load, and then roll across the scales on the way out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It really doesn't take that long if there's no trucks in front of you. If there's absolutely no trucks in front of me and I don't have to wait for anything, I am literally in and out of here in probably 5 minutes. Oh look, deja vu. Load number 2. Finally, I got back to the combine about 2 o'clock. So, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I was trucking 2 loads. Garbage. But, it is what it is. These beans here are terrible. I have that much in the bin right now, and I've harvested 6 acres so far. Yeah, not good. But Mother Nature wasn't the greatest to us this year. She's a little moist. Garbage. My grain tank light went out. Garbage. Now I'm gonna have to fix that. I kind of need that at night. Last load of the night, getting ready to get put in the truck. That'll give me a full truckload. 800 bushels out of 61 acres. That's not very good at all. Alright guys, the truck is safely nestled in the barn. I don't have a whole lot of clips on this one, so I think I'm just going to continue this on till tomorrow. So, we'll see you in the morning. Morning! I have to admit, these wonderful Michigan roads are not doing my bladder any favors. I am finally able to start heading down to the combine. I ended up, those tires I took in last week were done, so I got those, went and picked those up and got those on the plow, and so the plow's ready to go. So now I'm heading down to the combine to kind of shuffle some machinery around and start cutting. But it's kind of hard to explain here. We own a 130 acre farm down there, and then we also farm a 60 acre chunk just adjacent to the property we own. So in total there's like, I don't know, 200 acres or so down there that we farm in that one area. But like last night I cut off that 60 acres and I parked on one road. But to cut off our farm, I have to move everything like 2 miles or a mile and a half, something like that, around the corner to a different road to our main gate. But in order to get there, I have to cut an opening in the field. So what I'm doing now is I'm going down to the combine, fire that up, jump across our fence row, and then cut a path all the way up to our main gate, then cut around the area there so I can get the semi in and turn around, and then come back to the back of our property and finish cutting that field off. Does it make sense? Yeah, that's what I thought. Kind of confused myself on that one. I'm doing the leapfrog thing where I drive the grain cart so far across the field, and then I walk back and I get the combine, and then I drive the combine over into the next section, and then I come but walk back and get the grain cart. That way I have a handful of short walks versus one big long walk. I don't know if any other farmers do that, but I guess it's the laziness in me. Of course, now that I think about what I just said, I'm sure no other farmers do that, because most of all the other farmers have 2 or 3 guys helping them. Oh well. Look at the ruts I left in these fields. Just terrible. Terrible, I tell you, terrible. Time to plow after cutting. As I'm sitting here contemplating how to solve world issues, you know, things like that, I glanced over and I noticed I'm getting low on dinosaur bones. So then my mind quickly switched gears from world issues to, I have a 1/4 tank of fuel. It is noon. Do I have enough to get me through the day, or am I going to have to stop and fill up halfway through? I don't know. This is the kind of crap that runs through my head when I'm, you know, harvesting these wicked awesome beans here. I mean, you can see it's literally just pouring in that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up with the amount of beans that are just pouring into the tank. But just thought I'd share that. Did you know that stop signs are the shape that they are because, according to AAA, it is the most easiest object to identify from the back, so people realize the oncoming traffic has a stop sign. I didn't realize that. Easiest shape to identify, not object. My whole conundrum of if I'm going to have enough fuel or not, I'm not. My low fuel light's starting to bark at me, so I guess I'm going to have to shut this down for half hour or so I can go get fuel and bring out to the field. Garbage. To be honest with you, I flat out forgot last night I was down to a quarter tank. Otherwise, I would have brought fuel out with me. But, is what it is. There's a lot rattling around in here on not a lot of sleep, and you know how it goes. On my last pass there, I crested over the hill there, and I could see a truck in our field opening. And I'm like, well, who's this ding dong? Because we own this field. Nobody should be out here. And I crest the hill. I'm looking at it. I'm like trying to figure out who it is. Yeah, it was my truck. There. I put 100 gallons of dinosaur bones in. So now that gave me about a half a tank. Just a touch over a half a tank. So that will at least get me through this evening. Definitely. You know what's sad is these are a little bit better beans than what I was harvesting. Garbage. I just dumped the combine load into the truck, and because it's dark out, I reached for my flashlight so I could look at something. Yeah, I forgot my flashlight at home. I have a little flashlight I keep clipped to my belt during harvest and during planting season. It's the only 2 times a year that I'm carrying a flashlight with me all the time. And I done forgot it. I'm not a happy camper. Now I feel lost without it. Had to use my flashlight on my phone. And that thing is just junk. It's a rather sizable washout there. I'm guessing I don't want to drop my end of that. So, I guess we'll follow it around here and see how far up it goes. Might lose the combine in that one. Garbage. Alright guys, I think that's enough for this video. I must be getting old. These 15-hour days are starting to kick my hiney. So, alright, I'm going to go home and grab some dinner, go to bed. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.